when we talk about India being a land of diverse flora and fauna, then what are the reasons which are actually leading to the depletion of forest as well as to the wildlife? Now, what are those factors which have affected and are affecting the depletion or causing depletion to the forest and wildlife? The first factor is, of course, our past history, the colonial period of India. During the time of Britishers, they actually overexploited our forest for various reasons. They wanted to have a good railway network, and they also wanted the kind of agriculture that they were interested in led to the depletion of forest. Continuing with it, they also wanted forestry on the commercial and scientific basis, and mining, of course, was another factor which was responsible for the depletion of forest during the colonial period. Let me talk about this in detail. You see, when the railways line has to be laid out, when you need to make berths in the railways, the tracks and all, lot of wood is required. And commercial and scientific forestry is that kind of forestry which they started off at the Forest Research Institute in Dehradun, where a particular kind of trees are planted. So, they first of all had to see that the first forests which were there were cleared, and then they started with the new kind of commercial and scientific forestry, which definitely led to the decline of forests in India. Next is after independence. You see, when I talked about agriculture, I told you that in India the main crop is the fodder crop. That is, the Indians grow most of the food crops. So, for agriculture purposes, for growing the fodder crop, most of the forests were cleared off, which again led to the depletion of forest resource in India. Then in India, I have already spoken about the slash and burn agriculture. You remember the slash and burn agriculture? That is that kind of agriculture which is also called as the shifting agriculture, and I have told you the names also of the shifting agriculture. The jhuming cultivation, as it is called in the northeastern part of India, and this slash and burn agriculture, since the farmers keep needing new patches of land ever and ever for actually agriculture, so lot of forest resources are burnt, which leads to the depletion of forest resources. Next is, after independence, the government of India started off with large scale development projects. Well, they are development projects leading to lot of development in the country, but then it also has lot of side effects. If you talk of Narmada Sagar project in Madhya Pradesh, it led to the depletion of lot of forest reserve in India. And you see lot of effect at the Buxa Tiger Reserve in the West Bengal, that is because of mining, lot of the wildlife resources have been lost. What did I tell you at the beginning of the chapter? That in West Bengal we find lot of elephants. So, lot of Indian elephants have come to the category of becoming almost extinct due to the mining which is taking place there. Next is grazing and fuel wood collection. People say that even this has led to the depletion of forest, but there are diverse views on that, because people feel that most of the wood which is collected for fuel is in fact not by felling trees, it is just that whatever is found on the ground, on the earth, is being collected by the poor farmers. So, though people feel, some of them, that grazing and fuel wood collection has led to the depletion of forests, some of them actually do not agree to this. This was about the forests, but what has led to the extinction, to the decline of the wildlife resources in India? Hunting, poaching, environmental pollution, forest fires, all this has led to loss of lot of wildlife resources. Definitely hunting and poaching, environmental pollution, maybe they are not able to survive in the kind of environment that is there, that is available to them now, and the forest fire, of course, a lot of them die in these forest fire. And then there is unequal access to this. What does it mean? It means that few rich people have lot of it, they are actually wasting, and the poor people do not have anything. So, when there is unequal distribution, this also leads to forest depletion, because those who have in plenty waste a lot. Then differential sharing of responsibility, that is to say, some people are made responsible for conserving the forest and the wildlife, and some of them are not at all responsible. They do not owe any responsibility towards this department, and this creates unawareness in the mind of the people, and therefore they do not act responsibly towards the wildlife and the forest resources, leading to the depletion of both the resources. I talk about the rest of the chapter in the next clipping.